Welcome back, Vicarious viewers. My name is Vicente, and we are back for another episode of The Expanse. Season 4, Episode 2. Um, what did they say the name of this episode was? I totally forgot, but let's see. What happened in the last episode? So, in New Terra, we see this new planet, Illis, where the Belters are trying to make a new home. They're trying to make their own settlement and claim it for their own, but it doesn't look like they're willing to share. They don't want the inners kicking them out or taking what they believe is rightfully theirs. It's a new gold rush. Everyone's trying to stake their claim. But tensions are still running high. The inners and the belters and everyone are still at each other's throats. There's some differing ideologies still going around. I did notice that Clarissa is in prison now and she gets her one phone call. But I did notice upon rewatch during my editing that she was on her way back to serve her punishment and was on the ship with them. So she was able to get close with Amos and help around the shop, and she appreciates that. And we got to see her reaching out to him for a friendly face. I guess she didn't really have anyone else to call. But Amos, of course, has his emotionless responses and tells her how to suck it up and get through it. At the end, he was showing a little bit of concern. I wasn't sure, is he showing a little empathy? But I think maybe his concern was that she might be getting too close or trying to reach out in a way that he feels that he may not be able to provide that kind of emotional support that she needs because he's Amos, and I'm still hoping we get some more backstory on him. Find out why he is the way he is. What happened to him that took away his emotion when he was 5 years old. But then even the people exploring Illis are having some rough patches. It looks like not only are there those old ruins, but there may be some form of life on that planet. And looking back, it looked... the way it was clinking off the metal and striking everyone, it looked metallic. But it moved and it was flying. So I was mentioning them coming across some kind of other life, like lizards and mammals and stuff. But what if the life on this planet is inorganic? What if it is metallic in structure and doesn't have the kind of flesh that we do? What if this is some kind of even possibly electronically based life form? That would be interesting. But then this planet did show some plant life and water, so you see the possibility of organic life existing there as we would know it. But is this inorganic life native to this world, or is it something brought or adapted by the protomolecule in some way? The protomolecule in some way began to mimic that life but turned it into something different, something inorganic, something more similar to its own composition or structure. So that's interesting. Those are some fascinating science questions. Didn't someone in the last episode say that too? They were mentioning something and they're like, that is a fascinating question. Was that this show? But anyway, I just really want to get into this episode. So here we go. Episode 2 of Season 4. Jetsam. That's the name of the episode.
Okay. So what we got here? Flipping close to the goddamn monkey to see if something clicks. I ain't leaving that behind. Talk to me, John. After where we started about this. So what do we got here?
So what have we got here? So it's not Miller, it is the intelligence of the protomolecule, but does it take on his memories, his characteristics, his...
Any more swarms are heading our way, I want to know before they get.
Maybe these are the things that brought down your shuttle.
Yeah, that must be it.
Think there's something to that?
That must be it. Nope, it was them. They shot it down. Just by that line.
Can help the injured.
Yeah, it must be the things that brought them down.
I'll be fine.
Wonder how long it takes them to discover that it was the belters that shot him down.
Metal. So it's a machine.
It is metal.
That's very terrestrial thinking.
To us, this looks like a machine, but on this planet, it could be an organism.
There we go. That's a lot of bodies. Who died? Or who got blown up?
We only had the bodies on our scopes for a few seconds before they hit the periphery and dissociated. But it was enough to get their trajectory. Appears they came from the Sojourner, a prospective UN colony ship. Regional Flight Control lost track of it a month ago.
Shit. If there is active protomolecule on New Terra,
It's going to scare people.
maybe that's not so bad. It'll support your position that going through the rings is too dangerous.
True.
Sometimes I fucking hate being right.
It's time.
Because a
man.
threat like this is stressful.
You're very good in those boots, man.
I had a good teacher.
She's like, I've been out here before. Where is she going? Why is she in a ship, though? She's going to Mars. Is that smart? Well, I guess they are in a truce, so it's good to be friendly. Actually shake hands with people. What did she see?
Formerly gunnery sergeant Roberta Draper of the Martian Marine Corps.
Before that, I was senior on my basketball team.
Dishonorably discharged for repeated acts of insubordination.
No, they moved me to power forward.
You think you're funny?
Yes.
Do you? If you're asking me if I saw anything, I didn't.
You can go.
Because you ain't got shit. But did she see who actually did it?
This is just how it's
Is that
going
what
to
she
be from
saw?
now on, right?
Do let us know if you learn anything that might be useful in our investigation.
You know, that would really suck if Naomi got infected with protomolecule her first time on a planet. I was kind of afraid of that. Like, after they mentioned that it was protomolecule tech, it's like, what about all the people that got scratched? And they, like, noticeably showed Naomi getting a scratch across her head. Or her cheek, right?
I don't see any of those bugs.
But do you see bullet holes?
It's like a blasting cap to you.
It's mercury.
Wasn't the protomolecule.
Isotope dating puts this structure at approximately 1.5 billion years old.
Damn.
This structure predates multicellular life on this planet.
Damn it, Holden, why you gotta touch it? Is that a good idea?
What were you expecting?
Something.
No idea.
So is ProtoMiller looking at this planet when he said, what do we have here?
Are all good.
It's good that they don't have protomolecule infection, but who's to say that they're not infected with something else that they're not able to test for yet?
Genius when it comes to gizmos.
Yeah.
I could really use a drink.
I just said the booze is terrible.
But does it work?
Personally, I don't drink for taste. You people blow up that pad deliberately. That's what took down our shuttle.
We will not be
Either
intimidated.
they pay for this, or you all will.
He's a very aggressive person, making some bold threats when he's in the minority.
Arjun Avasarala, at your service. I have wanted to meet you for such a long time to thank you in person for saving my Christian's life.
Is that her husband?
So, if you married Christian, you're a hell of a lot braver than I ever was.
I didn't recognize him from the first season. They didn't recast him, did they?
Medina Station continues to exist only by the goodwill of Earth and Mars. Belters would do well to remember that.
Don't be a dick, dude. Everyone's trying to work together.
First day on a planet. How was it?
Well, she's just been putting up a strong front. Let's get to her. Girl, it's okay. Let it out.
Don't say anything to Holden. He'll overreact. He's got enough on his mind already.
Stop carrying your own bags, then. Admit you need help, or it'll kill you.
I gotta file a report. I gotta tell him that it's finish the paperwork. Stop it. I'm doing what you want. So what do we got here?
It is still active.
When you
File a report.
I'm busy.
What did he say? The openings were definitely not there before.
I'd feel a hell of a lot better if someone stayed at the Rossi, watched our asses in case we need backup.
You okay with that?
Yeah.
Take it easy, girl. Don't fight it.
All right, well, Holden and I are going on this
Later.
mission.
Yo.
Getting a little wobbly there. That was mine.
That was mine.
What else you got? Where are you going?
Meet some friends.
It's late.
Teens will be teens. Going into dangerous locations. Still sounds like a teenager.
Whatever he was doing for you, it's over.
David, baby, your aunt is becoming a problem.
So it was her that she saw. Come on, kid. Let's go. Dumbass.
David's out. And next time there won't be a next time.
There we go. Bobby knows how to take care of shit. When the kids are doing dumb shit, they deserve punishment. So yeah, if some doors were closed, but now they're open, definitely means there's some sort of power operating them.
That. I need that out of there, okay? It's clogging up the works.
Or root.
Do you want the works working?
Dragging me out into the middle of the night to do your fucking gardening.
That's a switch I can't flip.
Do we want the switch flipped? I don't know if ProtoMiller has their best interests in mind.
Ja, Verehrte.
They ain't over yet. No, that was a threat.
Okay. Not the smartest thing to do, probably. I mean, I kind of wanted him dead too, but... Now let's see, was this a good thing or a bad thing?
Tim?
Hold on!
It's closing.
You need to get out of there now!
Move it!
Damn it, I hope this doesn't end on another cliffhanger. Where the fuck is Miller? Can't he, like, delay it? Got your beanie.
Are you okay?
Yeah, we're all right.
Now, do you need to run?
What the fuck was that?
Lightning. Was it charging up?
What the hell did you do?
God damn it. There's that cliffhanger. Fuck. Okay, episode 2 down. Holden really needs to stop touching things. And I mean, he was talking to Miller and asking him questions, but the one question he didn't ask was, what will this do when I take out your root? He said he's just trying to figure things out, but he needs to be more specific and get more specific answers before he does shit. But is this necessarily bad, or is it something that just looks bad in the beginning but eventually will pay off in the long term, like Miller said? He's flipping switches to find the truth. Either way, I think this might result in some casualties, because shit never goes right in this show. It's always a shit show. But that's why we love it, right? It looks like Amos found a friend, if only a temporary one. I bet he also hopes that she doesn't get too attached, because he doesn't really get attached to anyone, really. And, what's his name? The Earther guy from the ship goes ahead and kills one of the Belters, and when again he is in the minority, he does not have the numbers here to support himself. So I can only imagine that that's going to spark a lot more tension, and the Belters are going to be crying for his head in retaliation. And again, just a cycle of violence. Someone there killed his people, he kills one of theirs, they want to kill him, and round it goes. What else? Oh yeah, Bobby sees Christian again after a long time, but she doesn't feel very grateful. She feels like she's just being played as another political puppet by people more powerful than her. I don't blame her, but I could also see that Christian probably did want to see a familiar face and catch up since they were together for so long. But I think she could have done it in a better way, maybe given her a seat closer and like engaged with her more in a friendly manner, at least. Hopefully even been like the first one that she greets and introduced her to people in a polite manner so that other people would follow suit and treat her with more respect at that dinner. But politics is a beast of its own. I'm glad that Naomi did stay behind at the ship. She needs to take it easy. It's a strain being on a planet for the first time, and it's not, her heart isn't adapting as well as it needs to. That takes time. She needs to take it easy, build up the strength. But people never really have patience for that sort of thing. And I got some confirmation, or somewhat confirmation, that those bug creatures are some kind of inorganic life. Just because it's made of something different than us doesn't mean that it's not alive or sentient. Is it to say that it is sentient on its own, or is it part of a greater organism? Does the proto-molecule have that kind of hive mind for everything it creates? And is it only waking up now because of Miller's influence, because the gates are open? Because at the beginning of the episode, they did show him scanning towards that area and going, what's this? So it could either be that. It could be his influence is causing it to wake up. He's, like he said, flipping switches. Or was it triggered by their aggression because of the ship being blown up and them holding guns at each other? It senses another threat and it's sending out what it can to scan the area, get a lay of the land. Who knows, that could be its sort of radar. It sent them in to bounce off of everything and get a layout of what and who is there. That'd be interesting. Since it couldn't do any kind of audible or radio sonar, that it sends out literally like a physical. Interesting. But what did you think of this episode? Let me know down in the comments. Hit like and subscribe if you enjoy reactions like these. Ring that notification bell so you don't miss a single one. And thanks for stopping in for this Vicarious View.